Howdy! Welcome to Adventures with Kendall. Today's adventure will take us to Baldwin Park. Now, if you know me, I like a great burger meal. Well, we're here to have one of my favorites. We're also going to check out the In-N-Out company store. It's going to be a great day learning the story of this famous fast food franchise while having a good meal. Come on, let's go inside. When you think of Southern California, what are the things that pop in your mind? Nice warm beaches, Disneyland, car culture, and of course, palm trees. And nothing says SoCal like In-N-Out, that's what a hamburger's all about. It's no wonder people will go to an In-N-Out restaurant on the north and south side of LAX upon arriving in Southern California. And considering it's the 75th anniversary of In-N-Out, let's talk about In-N-Out's history. Like many of us explorers, I enjoy a good meal at In-N-Out. Those burgers and fries are amazing. But have you ever wondered the full story of In-N-Out Burger? Well, that's where our story begins. In-N-Out's story begins in 1948 when it was founded by Harry and Esther Snyder. They both wanted to run a little burger stand where quality and customer satisfaction were the main values. The menu was pretty simple, and the usage of the drive-thru at their little burger stand made it a great convenience for travelers heading through the area. Because of the Southern California car culture, Harry Snyder intentionally designed the restaurant with twin drive-thru lanes and no indoor seating.
We had one patio table there, so a customer could either sit at the table and eat their burger or else sit in their car and eat their burger.
This was the standard model of In-N-Out restaurants until 1979, when Restaurant 21 in Ontario, California became the first In-N-Out to offer indoor seating for customers to sit in while eating their meal. Because of In-N-Out's location in Southern California, it got a piece of the SoCal car culture. Harry Snyder even owned 50% stake in the Erindale Raceway. He even had his people working the concession stands at this raceway. While not explicitly promoting In-N-Out, it did give him extra exposure to a wider audience. According to Bill Donner, who owned the track from 1972 to 1977, the food was so good that people would come just for the burgers. Speaking of exposure, In-N-Out has become a big part of our pop culture. My favorite bit was an episode of California's Gold where Huell Howser interviewed the first 3 employees who were hired by Harry Snyder himself. Oh, there is so much to see here at the In-N-Out complex here in Baldwin Park. This includes the In-N-Out University. Managers are trained the core values of In-N-Out. Some of the sessions are taught by the owner, Lindsay Ellingston, Harry and Esther Snyder's granddaughter. In-N-Out U, where you can get a master's degree in deliciousness. Speaking of the Snyders, here's a replica of the very first In-N-Out restaurant just across the freeway from the In-N-Out complex. Back at the main complex, here is the In-N-Out company store. There's so much to see and buy here. Let's go inside and take a look. Inside the company store, there are awesome In-N-Out merchandise that you could buy here. This includes these killer t-shirts with a new design made each year depicting In-N-Out restaurants and hot rods. Speaking of hot rods, In-N-Out celebrated their 75th anniversary at the Auto Club Raceway in Pomona, California. A great showcase of In-N-Out and hot rod culture in one event. Outside of that, In-N-Out actually participates in drag racing. Even Lindsay herself drag races. Back to the company store, there are also these SoCal classic slip-on style shoes, which have a design based on the graphics that you would see on an In-N-Out cup. Fun fact, there's a Bible scripture on the bottoms of cups that is a subtle reference to the values and principles the Snyder family has put into their In-N-Out restaurants. In fact, because the company is still family-owned, it has never franchised or publicly traded. Back to the merchandise in the store, there are also these great chairs and this incredible pool float made into the shape of their iconic French fry boxes. And speaking of French fries, let's head across the parking lot and actually have a fun meal inside the on-site restaurant. This is a great way to end our journey into the history of In-N-Out. A fun sit-down meal in an In-N-Out restaurant within the In-N-Out complex here in Baldwin Park. Did you know that In-N-Out has a secret menu? Comment down below your favorite item from the secret menu and/or your favorite In-N-Out location. Well, that's the end of our journey. See you later, folks, and may your gifts bless the world.